Welcome back, folks, to the Barn Burner Podcast, episode 88.
Yeah.
Your favorite tight end of all time, huh?
I said, yeah.
Yeah. We forgot to mention Travis Kelce last episode on 87.
Well, sorry about that, sir.
Who's better, Tony or Travis?
Well, probably Tony. No,
So?
whoa. Probably Travis. But in terms of longevity and like total touchdowns and all that stuff, I think Tony Gonzalez is still in the lead there, but he also was a traitor. So, talking to you.
Travis just passed him for total Chiefs touchdowns?
Yeah, but
was it?
I think so. Franchise.
Okay. Yeah. He
I
just
could
did
be
something
wrong.
this season.
But I'm pretty sure Tony had another 30 or 40 at the Falcons
Total?
or something.
I see. I forgot he went to the Falcons. Wow.
And then he retired a Falcon, you coward. You spent your whole
Yeah,
career
what
in
a
Kansas
loser.
City and you retired a freaking Falcon.
In Atlanta. Imagine. Couldn't be me, man.
He couldn't stay out of the clubs there, probably.
The nightlife. He just loves it too
Coward.
much.
You're not built for Kansas City anyway. Anyway,
That's
go ahead.
right. Let's start this episode with a voice memo. What do you say?
Yeah, nice.
We got one from Titus. Let's see what he's got to say.
Brother Titus.
That's my man. Hold up, just 1 second.
Excuses. You know them, you love to use them, or you don't. If you're actually not weak, then you don't use an excuse, because if I did, my mother would kill me.
Amen, bro.
Well, anyways, I hear all sorts of fun excuses at work for why people don't come in, last minute stuff like, oh, my kid's graduating this next week or something, and then we're taking this whole week off to do X, Y, and Z. And it's really weak last minute excuses. Well, so today I experienced secondhand through my boss, one of my coworkers giving probably one of my favorite now to use excuses.
Here we go.
I'm not sure where the logic was drawn on this one, but basically he said that he texted my boss. My boss is telling me this, and that he said, I'm not feeling well today. Okay, that's fine. But I'm not coming in because I don't want to spread my allergies to everybody else.
Oh, yeah.
I'm no doctor.
Doctor?
But that's not it's not how allergies work. But I mean, you're an engineer. I mean, I know you're not a doctor, but rub 2 extra brain cells together for me. But this guy's also a character and probably could use a cup of Joe and common sense. But so that's my new excuse that I'm going to use now for when I can't make it. And sorry, I don't want to spread my allergies.
Amen.
All right.
That's a good one right there.
I was going to say, if we didn't not have school tomorrow, like, because there's a junior high league track meet, I would use that tomorrow and see how that goes.
And report back. But how about use it on Wednesday?
Well, it's getting towards the end of the year, so I probably couldn't take off either way. But if I'm ever in the chance to try it again,
In a pinch.
without losing my job,
Sure.
I'll go ahead and try that.
No, that's good, right? That one, he for sure came up with that one. Was like, why has nobody ever said this before?
I know he actually doesn't not feel well. He's fine. He just didn't want to come into work.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
he's on his phone. Okay. Oh, hey, boss. Oh, no, that's not it. Oh my gosh.
Light bulb.
He says this is gonna work every time. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, hey, boss. Yeah, I just wanted to call. I can't come in today. I'm super sick. And then the boss asks, well, hey, Gerald, what's the deal, man? What do you got going on? He's like, dude, you'll never guess. You know how it's the time of the year where pollen count is high. All those things are going on. My allergies are just going bonkers. And I don't know what to do about it. So I'm just going to stay home in the case that I do spread those allergies to other people.
Right. What do you think about that? Thoughts?
And the boss is like,
The boss is like this. Yeah, Gerald, you're fired.
yeah, he's like, Gerald, you go ahead and take the day off. And also the days following. You're cooked.
Every day after that. Take it off.
You better
That's
take
a
off your name tag from your desk. You better take it off from your
Take
your
this
coat.
job off your LinkedIn because you never want any of your references calling here, or any of the new jobs calling here. That's for sure. So they're not
Your
getting a
reference-
good rap for you.
My reference to you will say, has really bad allergies and believes they are spreadable.
Is also a horrible worker,
Yeah.
but that's besides the fact.
Or the boss was like, Gerald is kind of annoying at work. You know what, Gerald? Take the day off, man. You've earned it.
This is
You've had a
great.
good month.
Yeah.
You take that day off, man.
Matter of fact, take the week off. Just come back
know
next
what?
week. We'll
No
we'll
problem.
recoup.
No problem.
Yeah, nobody likes him. They just can't fire him because he's too good at working.
Yeah.
So every chance they get, hey Gerald, hey, do you want to go home?
Hey, Gerald,
the
I
day
got
off,
this.
man.
I got this voucher for you. It's a free day off of work. There you
Use
go.
it any day you want and keep it. Use it as many times as
Yeah,
you
it
want.
says on the bottom, unlimited use. So
Never expires. That's for being such a great worker.
that's all you. We printed
Clearly,
that just
everyone
for
here
you.
loves you. You're just fantastic. The
You-
mouth runs a little bit too much, but that's besides the point.
This is the first in company history. This is the first free day off voucher that I've ever given out.
Ever. And I'll
So-
probably never give another one away.
Probably not, unless there's one like you, Gerald. You know, and all your
It's going to be hard.
whatever it is. But
You're
anyway,
irreplaceable.
yeah.
I knew it was headed south as soon as he said he texted my boss. Well,
Oh, I
There
didn't
we
hear the
go.
texted part.
yeah, he said he texted he said my boss received a text or something like that.
Oh, well,
So you already knew it was up in flames by
The-
that point.
the way we played that up gave him way more credit than he deserved.
Yeah. Nope, he didn't even call in. He texted.
He
Hey,
chat
boss.
GPT'd that thing. He said,
Yeah.
"Hey, what's an original way to call out of work?" He's scrolling through like the
ChatGPT's
10,
like
10 listed.
it wasn't
Allergies?
even an option of ChatGPT. It was just like allergies or you get sick. And he's like,
allergies. Oh my god!
hear me out. Hear me. Let's connect it. He's like, that guy thought he was so smart. No, nobody ever thought of this before.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, for my next one, I'm gonna call in and say I have a scrape on my knee. I don't want to spread it to everybody else."
I don't
That
want
would
to
suck.
give him AIDS, so
Yeah,
I'm just not gonna come in. I don't think. Probably not a good idea, boss. Sorry, I just I got a mosquito bite. I don't really want to.
my dog
Spread that,
has
so.
fleas, so just I don't want the fleas to jump onto me, then onto
For
one
the
of my
interest of
coworkers,
others.
and then one to their dogs. I don't want to
Right.
spread all that. So
I don't want to risk it, boss.
So
I can't. Boss, listen, I've got the runs a little bit. I had a bad meal last night. I know that's pretty spreadable.
I got to be
And
careful.
I just don't want to, pass that around.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
gonna take the
wanna go around
next
company.
2 days off to make sure I'm fully healthy. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get some fiber in my diet, all those things.
You know what they
Yep.
say? You got to be clear for 24 hours. So
Yep. So I actually got my diarrhea vaccine
Mhm.
from my local Walgreens. So
Yep. I call it the DH vax. So I'm already good on that. I'm just waiting for it to clear up.
so
But
just to be
really don't want to, send it around.
right.
So that's a good one.
That I've
I
never.
like that a lot.
I feel like
Can
I
you
never
imagine
would have heard
if,
that
if he
before.
comes in the next day? Do you make fun of him, or you just let him kind of run with it and think he's caught on to something here?
Think he did something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, to
I'm looking at that guy so differently the next time he comes in.
To preserve the workplace relationships, I would probably not say anything.
Sure.
But in my mind, I'm like, dude, what are you thinking?
Are you okay? Everything okay at home? Do you want to talk?
Well, apparently everything's okay at home because he wanted to stay. Usually, if
or
it's
that
not,
was his only quiet time. The kids and the wife are out of the house.
well, maybe it was the bosses and the coworkers' only quiet time too, because that brother doesn't shut up at work. So maybe that is true. Maybe he can't get a word out. Can't get a word out at home, so he goes to work and just yaps all day.
Blabbers the entire day.
Respect, I guess, if you can't get a word out. I mean,
I suppose. How
someone's
many
got to
times do you
speak.
think he can use that excuse before either they tell him or they just fire him? I'm saying 3 max.
No, once. He already used it. He can't use that again.
He's
He
on
can't.
the edge.
He can use a different excuse that makes sense, but
Okay.
yeah, that one. I'm sure the
Also,
boss
if he
just gave
texts
him.
in, if he keeps texting in,
Yeah, that's
we're gonna have a
great.
chat.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna have a chat with the Indeed portal.
Yeah. With unemployment.
He's gonna be the #1 prospect. 5 stars.
Talks a little bit too much. Also thinks allergies spread, but other than that,
Good worker. Yeah. Gets
not a
the
bad
job done.
worker. Yeah.
Preferably a job where you don't speak to anybody. That would be good, like a machinist or something.
Right. Has his own
he's at
office.
Or he's at a certain station all day and he's not going anywhere else.
He's on a tractor all day by himself.
Singular lunch breaks. Nobody's with him. All those things.
He has one of those signs on his doors that says like, please do not stop. He loves the yap and he won't shut up.
Yeah.
Just keep walking.
Mm-hmm.
Don't talk to him until he gets his work done.
Or he could go into sales if he likes to yap all day. I mean,
That'd be a good one.
He could be a good
Send him
sales
door
guy.
to door.
He could be that Wi-Fi dude at Publix back in the day.
Exactly. Frontier at Publix.
Yep.
No, at Neighborhood Market, Walmart.
There. Yep. That's what it was.
Yep. He could be that guy. He could be door to door. He'd be a good Jehovah's Witness.
He'd be second. Whoa.
All good.
I meant
All good.
selling hecka shirts. That's not what I meant. Oh man, that's funny. Oh,
shoot.
another clip opportunity. That's hilarious.
Oh man. So,
Oh my gosh, that was good.
Curran Phillips is calling me right now.
Oh man.
Should we answer it?
Do it.
Hold on, let me
Can
see.
you
Let me
answer
see
on
if
the
it
pod?
comes through my computer. Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Bro, you're on the pod right now, live.
Live.
Let's go, bro.
What do you want?
Finally, I made it. I had to force my way in.
If this kid won't invite me, I'll just show up uninvited.
Hey,
Perfect timing.
Hey, whatever it takes, by any means.
Anything you want to say to the
Did
people
Avery
or
show
to
up
Avery?
today or what?
Yeah, Avery's here.
Did Avery
Don't be a
finally
hater,
show up?
Curran.
Oh, there we go.
You said, don't be a hater, Curran.
Dang,
Oh,
I miss you. You know what's so funny is I kind of feeling that I was gonna call you and you're gonna be making a pod.
There it is.
I'm not lying, bro.
This is where greatness happens. So you're set up for greatness here.
I just know my boy's always in the lab.
That's right.
Something up.
We're talking about a guy that called in sick to work, but his excuse was, I don't want to spread my allergies. So that's a pretty good excuse, if you ask me.
valid. I think that's what they teach in medical school nowadays.
Yeah, you're going to be learning that here soon. So you get back to us and let us know.
Honestly,
if that's true.
I
he
will.
Just
And
got to
that's
answer
gonna
to one
be
of his
what-
tests.
My first question, first day of school. I'm gonna raise my hand and say,
Exactly.
so how fast do allergies spread?
Like how close in proximity do they have to be for them to be spreadable?
Is a pandemic coming again? What's the-
COVID was just allergies. That's all. It
Just-
just spread really fast.
Yeah, it's because people didn't call into work
I mean,
like
no
Gerald.
key. No key.
So, all right, dude. Can I call you back in a little bit?
Yeah, dude, of course.
Okay.
Have a good time.
All right. See you, dude. Bye. She could have heard you. My bad.
Yeah, it's all good.
That was a weird setup. It was answered on my phone, but coming through my computer.
That was cool though, because you could. I mean,
That
your
works.
camera cut out.
Was it
like-
still working
But
or no?
the audio was, yes, but your camera cut out.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess you can't. I guess I could try to. I could probably FaceTime somebody on my computer.
Would it show up?
Wow.
I mean, you probably have to screen share.
But I'm just saying, like, we could still hear them, but it would probably cut
Yeah.
out my
Yeah.
camera again. I don't
So
know
we
how
could do
would
that.
work.
That's It's a good avenue we could go down.
We'd have to try that sometime. That's crazy. I was thinking about calling him earlier on my way home from work, and then I was talking to somebody else.
There you go.
Rip.
Got it done.
I'll call him back after this.
Based.
Anywho, excuses. Great excuse. I'm going to use that again. Not again. For the
I'd
first
say
time.
you use
sometime.
it tomorrow.
How about that? I'll try it. You see, my boss was sick today, so he'll understand.
Yeah, just make sure he's not. I would have a conversation with him first, like, sir, I don't know if this is your allergies flaring up, but I don't appreciate you coming to work with allergies because it puts us at risk.
It puts everybody at risk, and we work with old people, and you should know that, and you should know better than spread your allergies around here.
So with that, I'm taking your title as boss. I'm becoming the boss
as physical therapist, and I will be the physical therapist.
And now you're taking my job since you wanted to be selfish.
Yes.
You can work your way back up. So
now
how
you're
about
the
that?
tech.
And I'm taking your degree and all those things. It's come with
And
me.
your salary.
Yep.
And you're back to the lowest on the totem pole. You've been here before, so I expect a lot from you.
And I'll see you at work in the morning.
Good luck. Have fun. I'm going to try it.
All
I'll
that
send
or
it.
just the allergies
Whole
part?
thing. See what happens.
He's going to do the whole slew, the whole speech.
I'll report back, and then the podcast is going to be my only source of income, which
I was
is
gonna
negative
say,
because
Yeah, exactly.
I pay to use this app. That's it.
And you're going to, halfway through the call, all you're going to get is boop, 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 because you hung up and you're cooked.
Yeah,
You don't
exactly.
clean up.
No, I'm not even calling him. I'm just going to text him, just like this guy did.
Oh,
Clearly,
man,
it worked.
give him a whole paragraph to read.
Yeah, clearly it
essay.
worked. So, yep.
No, that's a good idea right there.
But I'll try it out. If anybody
Might as well.
else on here has some better excuses, you got to leave us a voice memo or a story like that.
I don't think
I'm sure we
anybody
have some-
can top that one.
I'm sure we have some bosses here. Maybe they've heard some good excuses.
Oh, maybe they have. Yeah, they probably don't work for
Or
them
maybe
longer,
you
but
had a better excuse, but good luck. I don't think you do.
Yeah.
What, did your dog eat your homework?
yeah, that one's unbeatable. Simply because no one's ever heard it before until now.
No one was dumb enough to say that, but until this guy came along.
Or maybe was he smart because it worked?
Maybe he knew. And he's like, you know what? My boss has never heard anything like this before. It's going to throw him off so much.
Maybe it was like in the fine print that they said they can't discriminate against allergies.
Against idiocracy.
Yeah, and they're like,
Is that how you say that? Idiocracy?
I think it's
Idiocracy?
idiocracy. I think. I don't know.
Rip.
Though. I'm not very
Now
intelligent.
I'm idiocracy.
But he probably was like, did he really just text me that? He's like, oh, it's in the handbook.
Shoot.
He found
Frick.
a loophole.
Yeah, he did.
Take the day off, Gerald. Can't say anything. Go ahead.
Yeah. Have fun. Hope the allergies get better.
Yeah.
Thanks for keeping us safe.
And they're rewriting the handbook today as we speak.
That's right.
It's like Will changing the free throw line, but it's
Literally.
Gerald changing.
Gerald
The
changed the
handbook.
handbook. He's setting precedents.
Yeah,
He's making
that's crazy.
waves for the people.
Somebody had to do it at some
So,
point. I don't know
somebody
if
had
anybody
to.
was willing to, but he did it.
Good job, Gerald.
Yeah,
Way to work.
I'm getting a tattoo of Gerald.
Do it
Mm-hmm.
and report back.
Mhm.
See what happens. You don't even know what he looks like. Just get allergies tattooed on you
I'm
somewhere.
just gonna get a goat with an allergies tattoo on the.
With
on the
an
goat.
allergies chain.
Oh man,
It's got a chain hanging from its neck. Allergies.
allergies
cold.
minus the IES and put an apostrophe S with a capital G because he's
Yeah.
a G.
Yeah.
That would be
Please
tough.
do it. See what happens.
My mom would probably murder me. No, she'd be like,
yeah,
are
she
you,
would.
Are you an idiot? Do you
You are
think with your brain?
idiocracy.
I'd probably have to get that tattooed on my forehead. She'd probably make me.
Idiot.
Jackhole.
Bold print. Idiot. Did you see that guy that what business was it that said if you got something tattooed on your forehead they would give you so much money or something like that? Do you remember that?
I don't remember that.
Ooh,
That's interesting, though.
Let me look it up. I forget which company it was, but they like promised if you got this forehead tattoo, then you would get like X amount of money or something. Let me look. Hold on, I'm almost there. Oh, it was an April Fool's joke. That's what it was.
Oh,
And they
okay,
just
so it
didn't
wasn't
think
real.
they didn't think that anybody would actually do it.
But I'm sure there's people that did it.
A radio station.
Hmm.
Let's see. In 2023, Joe Bell. That just sounds fake. Joe Bell, a devout listener of the radio station Crud, Krud, Crud, heard about a
Crud.
wild promotion. The first person to tattoo Crud on their forehead would win a massive $250,000.
They had to have given him some money.
But when he showed up to the station to claim his prize, he was met with laughter and stares.
Oh, man.
That's when the awful truth hit him. It was an April Fool's prank.
You can't believe anything on April 1st, ever.
No, never.
Your mother could say that your grandma died. I'm not believing her.
I'm not believing it. Where at? Let me see.
Yeah. Where's the proof?
Bell was awarded $510,000 because of the lawsuit.
Oh, dude. he got away with a bag.
He doubled his prize.
That's what I'm
bro.
talking about.
That's crazy.
Oh, my gosh. He applied
So
the
he
pressure.
sued
And they
him.
were like,
Doubled the prize. Bro, this is like, it's not even small tattoo either. It is like huge bold letters.
so he went all out. He was not playing
and
around.
it's right above his eyebrows.
Oh, my gosh.
It's just huge blue bold letters. Krud. Crud.
Honestly, that could be the meta. You find a big company that wants to do something like that, and then you freaking sue them all to heck.
And do it and just sue him. Yeah.
Yeah. And you could do that multiple times. It could be like a tattoo for this one company, and it could be something different. Wreck your car for $300,000. I'm suing them for $1 million. You think I'm playing?
Absolutely. And I'm winning that thing.
Yeah.
Give me a brand new car.
Honestly, who needs to work? I'm just going to be scouring X all day on April 1st for challenges, and I'm going to I'm going to be like on GTA, and I'm going to commit all the complete all the side quests and make $1.5 million on one day and not have to work the rest of the year. Every year.
And never work again. You just
Every
work
year.
1 day a year. One day
That's
a
it.
year.
I'm golfing the rest of the time. I'm doing whatever. I could invest half of that. What are we talking about?
That's it. It's
We just found a new meta.
Run naked around the square for $500,000, and you do it, and they're like, whoa, we were just, that's public indecency. They're like, I'm getting out of this jail sentence for public indecency, and I'm suing you for $2 million, and I'm going to win.
They're going to say that's a jail sentence, and I'm going to say, sir, that's $2 million you just gave me.
Sir,
Thank
you're
you.
going to jail, and you're going to be bankrupt. Dude,
And
all
I'll
that
be-
money's coming to my pocket.
That's legendary. That's legendary stuff, bro.
What do you think was going through his head while he's laying on the table, and this guy's just like, are you sure you want to do this, man?
I don't even need a
You
stencil,
positive?
bro. Don't even stencil it. Just go. Let's come on.
Just go.
No.
We don't need it. Let's just do this quick. Come on.
Why are you preparing?
Hurry.
Just go.
Hurry. I don't even
just
care
lay
what color
down.
it is.
I don't need soap. I don't need shaved. Just go right there.
Dude, it's like perfect lettering too.
Oh my gosh.
So he took his time. He was in there. Like, you think he got done with the K, and the guy's like, do you think I should actually do this? You think I should keep doing this? And they're like, well, you already got a K up there, so you might as well just RUD and be done with it.
Yeah. Dude, I bet he got into his car so ecstatic. He's like, dude,
He's like, I'm about to buy me a new car. new house.
$250K, baby.
Yeah.
All mine. He's driving over there
Hey, y'all
playing his
get out
favorite
my
song.
way. Yeah, I'm on my way to 250K.
He's over here in the car.
He like opens his mirror, looks at it. He's like, oh, this actually don't look too bad.
Honestly, that's tough, bro. I like it.
Yeah.
That's tough.
He posted it on Insta. About to be 250K richer, man.
He said, yeah, bro, I'm a piece of crud.
Was with it. This also, you should see a picture of this guy. He's like 50 and white. I mean, the whitest guy you ever seen. He's balding. No other tattoos visible. Just crud.
You know what I bet happened? I bet he was playing RuneScape still, even though nobody plays RuneScape anymore. Or a game like that. And he sees that. He's listening to the radio too. He's like, yeah, oh, this is fire. Yeah. And he says, oh, guys.
Says KRUD, $250,000.
For a tattoo
Tattoo it on
of
your
our,
face.
yeah, company on your body anywhere.
On
He's
your
like,
forehead.
Oh, on the forehead? He's
Yeah.
like, dude, you're giving me a tattoo right now. Yeah. You're asking what it is? Yeah, I'm getting crud, K-U-R-D, on my forehead. He's
Okay.
like, is this a April Fool's prank? He's like, no, this is for real. $250,000
Dude, they said it was
on the line.
real.
And then the guy's like, are you sure that it's not a prank?
You do
And he's
know
like-
it's April 1st, right?
He's like, dude, $250,000 to look at me right in the eyes, and you're over here trying to deter me from it.
well,
you're
I'm
giving
just,
me the tattoo.
You know, I'm just trying not to. You might regret this.
I don't want to hear it. Where are you at right now? You in the studio?
All right, dude. If I'm the tattoo artist, I'm charging that guy $3,000, $5,000.
Honestly, make a bag from him. He's
because then
getting
he's coming
250
after
anyway.
me like, why would you let me tattoo this on my head? Like, sorry, man. You signed the waiver.
Yeah, it's right here.
You also on the terms and agreements here, I put the tattoo was $5,000. So you're only getting $245 now, not
Yeah.
$250. Not too bad though.
He ended up getting 510, is what you said, right? Something like that.
510 out of the lawsuit. Yeah,
You know what? That's legendary, bro.
that's crazy business.
I'm quitting my job tomorrow. We don't even have school, and I'm
doing it.
quitting.
You should just go do it again. Be like, yeah, I heard this back in 2023. I finally just worked up the courage to do it. But you know, Crud's my favorite station, so
I'm a freaking crud head.
yeah. I love Crud.
Dude, I'm
Sounds like a death metal band.
I'm the biggest cruddy you've ever seen, bro.
Yeah. I go to all their concerts, bro. Crud's
Honestly,
my
bro,
favorite.
my favorite band is Cruddle of Mud.
Oh man.
That's a real band. Not Cruddle of Mud, but Puddle of Mud is a real band.
I thought you just made it up.
No,
I was like, yeah, it's not too bad.
I just played.
Puddle
I
of
just
Mud,
played it
baby.
up with Puddle of.
Let's go, Cruddle. Who's ready to see Cruddle of Mud tonight? Rock on. So, that guy's a legend.
Dude,
It's insane.
I bet when he was like done, he was like, "I'm a freaking idiot." Wait, lawsuit.
Shoot. Are you, bro? Bro, I bet he walked into Crud. He asked him for the 250. They said no. I bet he just falls on the floor and just starts bawling hysterically. It's like that girl on her knees and she's yelling no. She's like screaming no.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah.
That was him.
I
And
wouldn't want to feel the embarrassment that he felt. I wouldn't even want to be in the room. The secondhand embarrassment might be the most embarrassment I've ever felt in my life.
Like that boy's cheeks were so hot. They were so red.
Probably both. He
He's
was
like-
sweating so bad. He's like, dude, I just freaking tattooed my forehead.
Just put Crud on my forehead.
Maybe
I
I
could
am a
never get
piece of
another picture
crud.
taken.
My grandpa was always right.
Dude, if I'm him, everywhere I go, I'm just charging for photos. They're like, "Oh, it's a Crud guy." I'm like, "Come on, $10 a photo. Got to make my 250K."
Extra 250K.
Yeah. On top of that,
I just
Imagine-
wonder where. I just wonder where he
Imagine
got to.
being the defense attorney.
They're like,
This guy walks in, he's like, "I just tattooed Crud on my forehead." So
he calls him. He's like, okay, dude, you're the best attorney in town. I need you bad for this. He's like,
bad.
what'd you do? Vehicular manslaughter or
Yeah, you murder somebody.
second degree murder or what? He's like, worse. I tattooed crud on my forehead. And he calls. He's
On my
called the attorney
forehead.
on April Fool's Day. He's like, "Is this a joke?"
Okay.
He's like,
Yeah. Okay, bud.
He's like, "No, this is real. This is dire need. I need this."
Yeah. Okay.
And he's
Happy
like-
April 1st, bud.
How much you gonna pay me? He's like, "Oh, I'll pay you 100,000." Where I need to be at? I'm there.
Put me in, coach.
Yep. We're
Tell me
getting
when and
you
where I'm there.
$500,000. Yes, we
Yeah.
are.
And I'm gonna get my bag of the process. I mean, that's got to be an easy fight, though,
They did
for the
say.
defense.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's April 1st. That's not a sanctioned thing. Get out of here.
Yeah.
And the fact that he called the station and one of the workers was like, yeah, it's true. That worker was fired for sure.
Oh, definitely, dude. Oh, definitely. He probably got his last 2 years of salary ripped away from him, too. He's probably in the negatives.
Still unemployed to this day. So why'd you get fired from your last job? Well, I told this guy if he actually tattooed crud on his forehead, he would actually get it. But it was actually just an April Fool's prank. But he didn't think it was an April Fool's prank, and he actually did it. And now he got $510,000 from us.
It's like a popular radio station, and he just bought a house or something that worked at the radio station, and he was like, "Dude, I'm sitting pretty, bro. March just got
got my
is
tax
over.
return, bro.
I had a good March. We upped the viewers by 30K.
Yep. April's looking good.
April's looking good. Let's go on April 1st. Let's kick some butt."
He kicked his own butt.
Yeah, he got his butt kicked for sure.
That house got taken. So
He's got
quick.
a rumpus bruise.
He slept there for approximately 3 days, and then it was
That thing got
taken
ripped
in
away from
foreclosure.
him. Oh man,
Oh,
poor
man.
guy. He
That's
was
good.
trying to be funny. Turns out he was the joke.
I guess funny is $510,000 in debt.
Yeah, I just imagine he goes into work and he does that, and he's like, "No, I'm good, bro." I can't believe that guy
Nah,
did that,
it's-
right? Freaking idiot!
This ain't real. Yeah,
Look at this guy. This guy just came in here. We should just laugh at him all day.
Do you guys see this guy over here? Look how dumb he looks.
Next day, his boss calls him in. He's like, "Yeah, so yesterday," he's like, "Dude, I know it's hilarious, but
Yeah.
dude, we got him.
Was that good, boss? Was
We got him.
was
He's
that
like-
a good one?
Cut it out." He's suing us. The dude's like,
What, like for what? Like $100? Like charge of the tattoo, maybe
"It's public embarrassment or something."
$500. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should be good, boss. No worries. Don't sweat it.
And the boss is like, "No,
Boss is like, you're going to be sweating here soon.
Yeah.
Because you're out of a job.
yeah, you're cooked."
Also, you're putting up 500 of it.
Yeah.
Of the 510,000.
Oh my gosh, that's just all bad between all parties.
That's just horrible. And the guy that came up with the idea also fired.
Yeah, whoever the social media intern was.
Yeah. Hey, boss, what do you think? What, should we just what's the point? Should we put it out there? Tattoo crud on your forehead, you get $250,000.
I mean, I don't know how big the radio station is. Maybe it's a small town radio station, but you got to know somebody's going to do it. $250,000.
It's got to be.
Somebody's going to do
big
it.
enough to be putting up $250K.
Yeah, somebody's going to do it. Definitely. There's no way somebody doesn't look at that and says, "Oh, I might as well do that."
Yeah.
$250,000.
Oh, just think about a guy who's already has Teddy Swims,
Yeah,
the Birdman, any of
he
those
doesn't care.
guys. They're
Think they care?
covered in tattoos, anyways.
That's just
I don't know,
all-time
bro.
bad from the
Bad
whole
idea.
company.
Yeah, bad idea. So
With that being said, we will
Yes.
be giving out $250,000 to the
yes,
person that gets barn burner on their left cheek.
yeah. Wait, which cheek?
It's up to your interpretation.
Left or right, if you want, or actually, barn on one, burner on the other.
Yep,
Yeah,
250,000.
250,000. You heard it here first. So actually,
And-
don't do that because we might actually get sued, and then we're way in debt.
But this challenge is available on April 1st only, so you gotta wait till next year.
Yeah, April 1st, 2025 only. So
Yes.
if you're listening to this late, sorry. You missed out.
Yeah.
So that'd be horrible.
Imagine somebody does it, bro. We're gonna be so broke. You will
I'll be
never.
paying that off for the rest of my life.
Well, we will, like Tiger King said, I will never financially recover
I would
from
never
this.
financially recover this.
Literally, we would never
I
financially
am once
recover.
again asking for your financial help.
Oh my
BS every
gosh.
episode.
Dude, we told to go find me and see what happens. Because we're cooked.
All right, hey, good work out there, team. We're now down to $249,800. So keep it going. We're putting some work in. This will be over before you know it.
This episode is brought to you by insert any advertisement that will say yes.
I will pick it up.
This episode is sponsored by Pooper Scoopers. It's your local dog poop scooper.
It's a high schooler. It just showed up to my door yesterday. I asked him if he wanted to sponsor us. He gave me $20. So
use our code here for the Pooper Scooper 500 to get 3.2% off on your purchase.
Oh man, anything at all. We will take whatever. I guess we'd probably get some good publicity, maybe.
Honestly, that might be what we need to skyrocket
to the moon.
So maybe,
but
I don't know. That's crazy.
Maybe a bad idea. But anyways, little shift change here. Just got back from New Mexico.
Yep.
I feel like I don't know what day it is.
Today is Monday the 11th, I think.
Yeah, we flew in yesterday to Sarasota at like 3, I think.
You just come home and knock out, or what?
Pretty much. I did some school because I also just started all my summer classes today too.
Oh, okay, rip.
So that's exhilarating. We'll see how
do you have any
goes.
Like in-person ones, or?
No, they're all online.
Oh, okay, that's clutch.
Yeah.
So you don't have to.
I don't got to go anywhere.
Drive over.
I have first aid and CPR.
Okay.
Health and fitness for life.
Yeah.
Chemistry 1, lecture and lab.
Those last two sound like they suck. The first two sound
the first two are going to be easy. Yeah.
Oh.
Just trying to get them out of the way.
Mm. Well, I would be remiss if I didn't say congratulations to Jordan. And
congrats. And we have one more big congrats.
Do you want to do the honors or what?
Go ahead.
Maddie and Joshua will be joining me and Kylie as engaged. Woo! Congratulations to those folks.
Way to work, Josh. Good work. Welcome to the family. Buckle up, buddy. It's going to be a ride.
Yeah, it is. Let's go. He's going to be a Mullins.
Huge
It's going to be great.
It was a busy weekend.
It was, from what I can gather.
Yeah. We had we flew in Thursday morning. They got engaged Thursday night. Graduation Friday. White Sands National Park Saturday.
Flew home Sunday.
Fly out Sunday morning. Wow. It was go, go, go. And the other problem was we kind of screwed up with all the where we flew in, where the Airbnb was, all that, because we drove so much.
Oh, was it a long ways away?
It was incredible. Okay, so his school is in Las Cruces.
Okay.
Which is South New Mexico, like almost as south as you can get. But for the last year or so, I think, he's been in Albuquerque because him and a bunch of buddies got a house up there to do all their rotations and studying and everything.
Okay.
So we flew into Albuquerque because he was already up there. Well, Albuquerque's 3.5 hours from Las Cruces.
Oh my great heavens!
Where the graduation is going to be. So we fly into Albuquerque. He has a dinner on Thursday night at the school, but only a couple of us could go because he only had like a certain amount of tickets. So we jump in the car. We have a flight to Atlanta, have a layover in Atlanta, then we fly to Albuquerque, which is a 3-hour flight. Then we get off the flight. Me and Malachi hop in his truck, and we drive 3.5 hours to Las Cruces for the dinner. Jessica and the others go to Cloudcroft, which is where we stayed, which is where our Airbnb was.
Mm-hmm.
That was still 3 hours from Albuquerque. So that was all the driving on Thursday. But the problem is, this is the real kicker, the Airbnb was an hour and a half from Las Cruces, which is where everything was happening.
Oh, my great heavens.
So we drive 3 hours to Las Cruces, have the dinner. That ends at, when did it end? 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, maybe?
Mm.
Then we have to drive another hour and a half to the Airbnb.
As I've gotten older, I've started to hate driving even more.
Yeah, I don't enjoy it.
When I was younger,
especially after a long day, bro.
Like I got my learner's permit. I'm like,
yep.
I'm ripping around everywhere, bro. I'm
Oh,
driving.
absolutely.
I'm driving A, point B, point C, back to point A, back to point B again, just because.
Let me drive. Yeah, I'll do it.
And then now I'm asked to drive from, let's say, Minneapolis to Salina, and I'm like,
Golly, are you sure?
can I just stay home by chance?
Are you sure?
I mean,
you want to like Uber it or somebody bring it?
can you come pick me up? My car's not working right, I think. I mean,
You want to drive or
the AC's not blowing extremely cold air like it was before, so I probably can't drive it anymore.
Might be a degree hotter in there, so
I'll
don't know
see you
if I
next
can make
time.
it
I
work.
won't be there.
Yeah. Dude, it was a lot of driving. And at the end, everybody was like, why did we do this? But it was a sick Airbnb nonetheless. It was just on top of a mountain, which made it worse because, you know, that makes the drive much longer because you got to wind around the mountain and up the mountain. And it was sick. The views were sick. We were at like 9,000 feet of elevation.
Did you have a headache when you first got there or no?
No, it wasn't bad. The air was quite thin. Me and Megan tried to run our mile up there. I mean, we did every day, but it was like you get to the point where it's like I'm trying to breathe and I can't.
There's nothing.
I don't know that I'm going to survive.
There's no air. The oxygen's gone.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm going to survive this.
But you
did.
You heard it.
Yes.
Here to tell the tale.
It was a sick little cabin. We celebrated Josh and Maddie on Thursday night. We had they had it all set up, a big party set up at the cabin.
Nice.
Maddie obviously didn't know that it was going to happen. Shout out to Jess and Meg for setting the whole thing up.
Yeah, for real. That's clutch.
And shout out to Maddie for saying yes. That would have kind of put a damper on the trip.
Yeah, that might have made it a little tough.
So, yeah. And then graduation Friday, which we kind of ran around Las Cruces all day Friday because we had to get there at 9, which means we left the house at 7:15.
Right.
And then it's on New Mexico State's campus. So it's in their big gym. So we got there, we ran around, you know, then had the graduation, which was great.
Was it long?
I think it was like an hour and a half, so not too bad.
That's not bad at all.
They had a keynote speaker. It was actually really cool. His name's Kevin O'Connor. He served in the military for a long time, but he's a physician.
I feel like
he
I've
served in the
before.
White House. Yeah, he served in the White House as like head physician or something like that. Physician to the
That's pretty
president
dope.
or something. With President Biden. I can't remember exactly what it was, but there was 151 graduates, and Kevin, the keynote speaker, chose to speak on like 5 of them and like their stories kind of. And Jordan was one of them, so that was kind of crazy.
Nice. Let's go, Jordan.
Yeah. Huge shout out to him. I mean, he had to be. He's the first neurosurgery graduate of this school. Or match, I guess you could say.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody's done it at that school before. I mean, they haven't been around a long time, but still, that's crazy. I think this was
Jordan,
their 6th graduating class.
Honestly, Jordan, I'm trying to be like you, bro. Someday.
Bro, to be for real, I can't tell you how many guys came up to us and like, that guy's insane. Or there was one guy that was like, I would not have made it through without that guy.
He's just a goat, bro.
He's a different
Unk's
breed,
the
bro.
goat.
I don't know how he does it.
Shout out Unk.
I don't know how he
For
does
real.
it. So it was a pretty quick ceremony. Then we went to lunch with a bunch of his buddies, and then we kind of hung out again, and then we went to dinner at this country club, which was sick.
Probably pretty
The
beautiful.
golf course there is insane because it's just a golf course, and then also there's no grass there besides artificial grass or like grass like that that's upkept.
Oh, okay.
And so that's the only grass is the golf course. And then you got the huge mountains, the Oregon mountains in the background.
Wow.
It was sick. So that was all day Friday. And then Saturday, we went to White Sands National Park, which is basically just like these sand dunes everywhere.
Was it hot?
No. The heat down there is so dry that it's like, it was actually great weather. It was like in the 70s the whole time.
Really?
And then when you get up on the mountain, it's like 40. So that
Sounds
wasn't
pretty
bad.
awesome.
Yeah, it was nice. The flights were there was some content on the flights for sure. The way back wasn't too bad, but the way there, so we flew from Sarasota to Atlanta, which is only like hour and 15, so not bad. But the problem was our layover was pretty short in general.
Right.
going from Atlanta to Albuquerque.
Mhm.
And I think it was like we had a 50-minute layover maybe, which
That's
Atlanta's
short.
huge, so it's
Yeah.
not a lot. But we have the screens, and Mal's sitting next to me, and we're almost to Atlanta, and he points to me to look at the screen, and I look at the screen, and you know how it like tracks the plane.
Right.
Our plane is just going in a circle, and we're like, "What in the world's going on?" And finally, the guy comes over the intercom, and he's like, the pilot. He's like, as you guys can probably see, we're going in circles right now. We're just waiting for the landing to clear up. The weather's a little bit cloudy down there too, so we're just waiting for air traffic control to clear us. We should be good to go in about 10. We should be landing in about 10 minutes or so. So that already shaves our time down to 40, 35 minutes to get through the airport. And then the other problem is we're 4 rows from the back.
Oh, so you're not getting out for 15 minutes?
No. Yeah. And we're like, oh, shoot. We haven't, our flight left Sarasota at 6 a.m. So we haven't had food. We haven't had coffee, nothing. Doesn't look like
my
we're about
head
to
would
get
be
it.
throbbing, dude. My head would be.
Yeah, dude.
I have a headache so bad.
So everybody's freaking out on the plane. You can tell the panic because everybody else has layovers too. And so they said that like the flight attendants were like, if you're on this flight, or this flight, like everybody else let them get off first because they got a layover. That did not happen.
They all stood up and just stood there.
You know, people on planes.
Yeah.
Everybody stands up, gets in the aisle. So it took us a while to get off. So we ran to our gate. We were the last ones on. We made it in time, but we were the last ones on. And then, of course, you guessed it, we sit on the tarmac for 50 minutes. Not even on the tarmac. We're still at the gate.
Oh, my great heavens.
For 50 minutes. And they're like, sorry, folks, we're trying to get some paperwork figured out. And something where we should be taking off here in the next 15 minutes or so. Just sit back. Thanks for your patience. I'm like, Doug, you're telling me I just skipped all the food, all the coffee, just to run and sit here in my seat. So
I'd have been kind of livid, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't the greatest of attitudes on the plane.
Here's what I would have done.
But
after about 20 minutes, I would have put my headphones on and tried to watch a movie or something, listen to a podcast to calm me down.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Because at that point I'd be like, dude, if somebody even talks to me, I might punch him in the face.
If nobody gets me any food, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna rage. I thought about asking the flight attendant, hey, listen, who knows how long this is gonna go? Do you mind if I just hop off real quick and go grab some Einstein that was right there by the gate, and I'll come right back. Swear.
I promise.
I'll bring you a
leave my
sandwich.
bag here.
Go on.
I'll leave my bag here. I'll be back.
Here, keep my phone. I don't care. I'll come right back.
Yeah.
And then we had a 3-hour flight.
Kylie was clutch in that regard because she packed us up on snacks when we went to Seattle. So
That's
even
clutch.
if that was the case, we were definitely prepared to sit there for a little bit. Then on the way back,
that's clutch.
I didn't know this, but you can take a box of donuts through TSA. I did not know that.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
I thought you couldn't bring any outside food.
Any food?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can bring snacks and stuff,
But we had
just not liquid.
we went to that coffee shop when I said we got donuts and I was tearing them up. We had some extras, and we had I don't even know. We had a flight to Denver, and Denver had an hour and a half layover, and we already flew out at 6 p.m. Pacific time, so it was late here. So we ended up getting back at 12:45. So those donuts came in clutch.
Oh, that's key.
Yeah,
That's huge. We had I forgot about them, but I made some protein bites, like the balls,
yeah.
and I put them in Lexi's bag, like in a Ziploc, and I forgot about them. And we got to New Mexico, and we were driving the next morning, and she pulls it out of her bag, bro, and it looks like somebody just picked up dog poop and put it in a bag. They all got
melted
smushed together. But
That's
I will
funny.
say we ate it, and it was incredible.
Probably was.
So didn't have to look good, but it tasted good.
Yeah.
Dang, I got an eyelash in my eye. And then this was the good flight from Atlanta to Albuquerque, 3 hours. I got told that I looked like an NBA player by the guy sitting in front of me. Like I'm sitting in the left section in the aisle, like
Yeah.
on the left side of the aisle. He's sitting one row ahead of me in the right side of the aisle, so like caddy corner.
Right.
He like looks back and like taps my knee. Who do you think he said I looked like?
Peyton Pritchard.
Nope. That's a good guess. That would be logical. This one, not so logical.
Was he black?
Ish. Light skin.
Well,
Plays for the Denver Nuggets.
Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray, bro.
Not even close, bro. Respect though. Respect though.
I said, are you
Holy
sure?
smokes.
Are you positive?
No, dude, that's
know who you're
actually
talking about?
me. I am Jamal Murray.
Yeah. No, I am Jamal Murray. That's why I'm going to New Mexico.
Right.
Yeah.
Jamal.
Yeah.
I'm Jamal.
You want a picture?
Jamal.
you want a picture right now? Or,
Yeah.
and that's not the last time that guy talked to me.
Was he just yapping your ear off the whole flight or what?
So he says that. I'm like, oh, nice, man. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate that. And then all of a sudden, the planes were in midair. So it's not like super quiet in there. He starts talking to me, but does not like turn his head to talk to me.
He's just facing forward.
He's like talking, but he's facing forward. So the first time I'm like, I heard him and I'm like, I don't know if this guy's talking to me, talking to himself, because I can't hear what he's saying.
It's just
And he's like talking, he's like, and I'm like, so I kind of like look, and he like looks back at me, and I'm like, oh, what'd you say? He was like, what did he say? I said, we said something about the game the night before, because it was the Nuggets versus OKC.
Oh, okay.
I said, it's when they lost by like 30 something or whatever.
Yeah, they got waxed.
And I was like, yeah, if I was Jamal Murray, I wouldn't want to show my face right now. And then that's when he was like, yeah, have you ever been to Oklahoma City? Because they played the Thunder. I was like, what'd you say? He's like, you been to Oklahoma City? I was like, oh, yeah, I have. He's like, yeah, I've been to their arena. He's like, I used to live there. I was like, nice.
Nice, bro.
He's like, yeah,
Let's
look.
go.
He starts pulling up pictures on his phone of OKC's arena, and he's like showing me. He's like, I saw LeBron there. I was like, cool,
Nice.
man.
Dude,
He like
you're
shows
him,
me a
bro.
video of LeBron dunking the ball. I'm like, nah, you better keep that. That's pretty rare right there. And
I
then
would
he
have
does
just
the
said.
same thing. He starts talking again, and he's facing forward.
I would have just said,
I'm like,
"You're that guy, bro," and then put my headphones
bro,
on.
you're him, bro. You're
Put his
elite.
headphones on, and then he wouldn't even.
But that's the thing. I would stop like talking to him. I wasn't trying to be rude, but like, I'm trying to watch my movie or whatever I'm doing.
And you're in the
it's
middle of a
also
flight, and so you guys are like
8 a.m.
screaming
in
at
the
each other.
morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he goes, yeah, I'm also a big KU fan. I'm like, what'd you say? He's like, I like KU. I was like, oh, so do I. I'm a big KU fan too. He's like, yeah, I've been to Allen Fieldhouse.
Yeah, me too.
I'm like, nice, bro. So do I. That's pretty neat. He's like,
That's
look,
nice.
see? And he starts showing me pictures. First
Dude
of all,
has-
he's in, I'm not making fun of him, but he's in the nosebleeds. So you can barely see the court. He's like, see that? They played TCU. I'm like, sick, man. All right. He shows me another video.
Oh
And it's
my
just-
god.
It's just people cheering and loud. Can't even tell what's going on. And I'm like, cool, man. Nice. He's like, yeah, I went to Haskell University
Oh, so he's Native American. Nice.
or college or whatever. Yeah, he's Native American. He's like, I played football there. I was like, sick, man. Yeah, I know Haskell.
More pictures.
'Cause it's a tiny college. And he goes, he's like, yeah, I played football for them. I was like, do they have a football program? He's like, not anymore. I was like, my man. And he starts showing me pictures, like his football pictures, like media day pictures of him,
Uh-huh.
like, and this was like 10 years ago. And like him all dressed up in his jersey. He's like showing me these pictures. This guy's probably 40, late 30s.
Huh.
I'm like, cool,
Respect.
man. All right. And
Then you look up
So
and
then-
the flight's done. You're about to land.
dude, no, it gets worse. Hold on, I got another eyelash in my eye. What is going on? It gets worse. Let me read my notes here. So then That's right. So I have the headphones that they give you, you know, the corded
Uh-huh.
ones. They're in my ears. I'm literally watching a movie. The worst part of this, the craziest part of this guy got up at least 8 times to go to the bathroom.
He had to go.
So who knows what he's doing back there?
I can relate to that. I do have to go to the bathroom quite often.
But I'm telling you, I mean, 6 of those times were within the between them calling, like, keep your seatbelt on, we're gonna land soon, and us landing.
Oh, so he had to go.
6 of those times. So I don't know if he's hitting the jewel back there or what he's doing. But one of the first times he does it, he's going to the back and he's coming back to the front, and he like yanks my headphone out. Like as he's walking by, like yanks my headphone out and then like touches my nose like this.
What?
And I'm like, what is going on? Is this guy like? Is he trying to flirt with me or what? What
Who
is
was
this guy
sitting by
doing?
you?
Mal was sitting next to me, but I think he was
What
asleep.
did Mal do? He's probably like, oh, he's asleep.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, dog, what? And nobody really saw it because it was kind of quick. But he just like pulls my headphone out, you know, like playfully, and then like does that, and I'm like, what? Are we okay? And then later, he gets up again to go to the
This is
bathroom
wild.
and like touches my head as he's going by, like shakes my head, you know, like you would do to like your little brother or something.
Bro, he signed you. How do you feel about that?
And I'm like, is this guy doing this just because I talked to him about Jamal Murray? Is this what he does to everybody? Does he tell everybody they look like Jamal Murray? I don't know what's going on.
That's
And
interesting.
so, no, it gets worse. So later he sits down and I'm like watching my movie, not really paying attention. And he like turns around towards me and kind of like waves for my attention. And I'm like, I like take a headphone out. I'm like, yeah. And he shows me his phone, and written in his notes is, when we land, can you take me to the train station?
No
Like, I said,
shot.
can you drop me off at the train station? I'm like, so I like motion him, like, I'm like, hold on 1 second, let me look to see how far the train station was from the airport. Because also, I'm not driving. I'm getting in Jordan's car and leaving.
All right.
So like, probably not, but I don't want to be rude and say like, no, I can't. And so then he shows me again. I'm looking up the train station. It's like 10 minutes from the airport. So I'm like, yeah, it's probably not going to work. And then he shows me on Cash App, or on his notes again. I will give you gas money if you have Cash App. And I'm like, dog, what in the world? Like, so then I look back and I'm like, well, do you have Uber or like Lyft? Like, if you're willing to give me money, surely you're willing to, you know, just order a Lyft.
Right.
And so I asked him, and I was like, I can order you a Lyft if you want me to. I can't take you, but I'll order you a Lyft if you want. And then he's like, no, I got it. I think I have it on my phone. I'm like, okay,
Bro,
dog. And then I'm
he
like,
was
well,
trying to.
I was like, when we land, I'll help you figure it out. And dog got off the plane way before me, and I never saw him again.
Maybe he was trying to get you into like a. He's trying to like smuggle you or something, bro.
I don't know, bro. A drug ring or something?
Maybe.
It was weird. I've never experienced anything like that in my life.
No, that's wild.
Yeah. Every time you do something, I'm like, is he? Did that just happen? Are we sure that just happened?
It was like a fever dream. He didn't even know what was
Literally.
going on. It's like
I
a
was
whole
like,
other
what
realm.
what is happening? Is this guy okay?
And then Mal, of course, can't see it 'cause he's asleep.
He's knocked out. But Lexi was sitting across the aisle, and I kept looking like, did you just see that?
Did you talk to her after that?
Yeah,
About it?
I talked to everybody. Like after we got off the plane, I was like, what is this guy? What is going on?
So did she see the stuff that was going on?
No, I don't think so. I think she was probably sleeping.
Dude. I
Yeah.
bet that was one of those points where you felt like you two were the only ones on the plane. You had no way out.
And I felt like an idiot. I'm like,
Yeah.
should I be worried about this guy, or is he just trying to be funny or nice, or was he doing all that because he needed a ride? I don't know. But it was sketching me out.
Yeah, probably. That's wild.
Yeah. And then flights back were pretty standard. We did have to
Uneventful.
leave way early again.
Yeah.
We were supposed to have a 3-hour layover in Atlanta, but we get off our flight, and we're supposed to go in Atlanta. We're supposed to go from Terminal T to Terminal B, And so we're like, well, we have 3 hours. Let's just get some food, whatever. And we get off the plane and we look at the gate right next to us, like T6 or whatever. And it says Sarasota Bradenton delayed. It was supposed to take off at 12:30, which is when we landed, and it was gonna then take off at like 1:30. And Lexi's like, why don't we just let's see if we can just hop on that one. Since it's delayed, it's going to the same place. It's just leaving a little bit later than it was supposed to. And so we checked with them, the Delta help desk. They put us on standby, and then we were eating food, and we got a notification like on our phone, like boarding now, get to the gate. So we did, and hopped on that plane, and there we go.
There you go. You got home a little bit. So you could have got home at like 8.
Yeah, we were supposed to be home at like 4:45 or 5 o'clock, and we got home at 3 o'clock.
That's what I'm talking about.
Said, sounds good to me. Sign me up.
Get some work done, go to sleep.
Exactly. The only negative in this whole situation is Delta did break my suitcase.
What happened?
So they cracked like the shell of it and then broke 2 of the wheels.
Holy crap. Did you
Not even playing.
Did you file a claim?
No, I was going to, but apparently you have to do it at the airport, which makes sense. But I didn't think about it then. We were just trying to get home. And then it said within 24 hours, you have to take it to the Delta bag service or whatever and file a claim. And then you have to file it online, which this suitcase is old and I don't really care about it. But it was kind of wild to like, because we're getting on, I remember this too. We're getting on the plane at Sarasota. Lexi has like a mug in her suitcase that she was giving my mom. And they made us check our bags because we were in the last zone and there wasn't any more room. So we're like, you have to check your bags and just drop them off at the end of the jet bridge. And I see this guy just launching bags down the ramp. And so when we handed him our bags, I'm like, mine, you can do whatever you want with. This one has fragile stuff in it. Just be careful. He literally looks at me. He's like, okay, picks up the bag, chucks it down the chute. I'm like, bro, I just told you that's got glass in it.
Did it break?
And then, of course, we get to New Mexico, and it was chipped.
Dude, I would have slapped
Like
that guy in the face.
The top of the mug was chipped.
I would have broke the mug over his head.
I'm about to break his head.
Literally.
I'm going to chip his head, bro.
I'm going to hit you in your mug, bud. Right in your
Yeah.
freaking mouth.
That was kind of a bummer. And then my suitcase being broken, but what can you do, I guess?
All in good fun, I suppose.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
A lot of good laughs, a lot of DPs, Diet Pepsis destroyed.
Of course.
Diet Nancy's. Had to be.
Delightful. I'm about to have a Dr. Pepper Zero after this.
Banging. We saw a bunch of elk, a bunch of muleys. They were all over the place.
Probably.
Josh said he saw 2 black bears, which we didn't see any, so he could have been lying. I'm not sure. But
There is a thing called Josh stats for a reason.
Yep.
Those are real.
So that was pretty wild, though. Good time. I'd go back.
Yeah.
So Jordan's off to Arkansas now.
Maybe we'll have to go down to Arkansas and see Jordan.
I'd agree. He's coming down to Florida if you want to come down.
When?
Same time. Next month.
Well, we have camp, I think. Or else.
All good. I'm just playing. But he's coming down just to relax before his actual residency starts. Well deserved, I'd say.
Yeah, I would say too, from what I've heard.
Anything happened in your weekend? How'd your weekend go?
Just graduation parties, really. So, nothing too eventful.
Rock on.
Graduation
eventful.
party, working on the house, typical stuff.
You haven't even told us about that. I don't know if you wanted to or not, but
About the house?
yeah, I didn't even know you got one until Josh told me.
I feel like I've talked about it.
You said you were looking for houses, but I didn't know you've actually purchased one.
Well, we haven't technically purchased it yet.
Okay.
We don't
Okay.
close until June because there's a grant going on that I don't know what the grant's called, but there's like a certain amount of money for each month that's allotted to people. But May was
Okay.
already spoken for, so we could have closed this month, but we
Yeah,
decided
just
to
had to wait
close
for
next
that.
month to see if we can get that grant so we can get like closing
I
costs
gotcha.
paid for and all that stuff. So, but yeah, we ripped
There
out
you
the
go.
carpet in the living room.
Oh, they're already
Sanded.
letting you work on it?
Well, it's her aunt that owns it, so the renters were out at the beginning of this month, or maybe a little bit earlier, like April 20th or something like that,
Okay.
around that time. So we got confirmation we can go in there and start fixing up. So when we move in, hopefully it's pretty much done. We got to redo the bathroom, but
There you go.
Yeah.
You
Full
have to keep
fenced-in
giving us
backyard
updates.
for Penn.
House updates.
And Kylie was painting today while I was at work, and then tomorrow, since I'm off, we'll be at the house all day probably.
So
working
what
on
all have you
stuff.
done so far?
So we
out
ripped
carpet
out-
and painted.
Ripped out the carpet in the living room and one of the other bedrooms, and then the rest of it's hardwood for the most
Yep.
part.
Yep.
Like the hallway to the bedrooms and
Yeah.
the bedrooms are all hardwood, and then the kitchen is like laminate tile or like wood
Yeah.
tile. So it's not really
Yeah.
like wood, but it's like wood tile.
Uh-huh.
So that we're keeping that. But back in the rooms, well, here's what happened. So in the 1950s, they were building houses and they were just ripping them out. They were just getting houses done just to get people to live in them.
Sounds
and
like
so
Sarasota right now.
yeah, and so they didn't do too well on keeping the drywall connected to the studs and things like that.
Sure.
So what's happening is so if you're looking at the wall from the
bowing?
side, it's bowing out towards the room. So we've
Sure.
had to knock holes in there and shoot some screws in to try to connect it to the board again.
Suck it back in.
Yeah. And so we did that. And then with those
Nice.
holes, we mudded those up, and then
Patched
we
them
sanded
up.
that mud down, and then sanded the walls. So hopefully, I think she got done. I'm getting a podcasting game room for now.
Let's go.
Bang. So be ready for that
Right.
change of scenery, people.
Oh yeah.
So she painted, her and her best friend painted the living room on Saturday. And then today she painted, I think, my podcast room. And then I think we're going to paint our room tomorrow. And then,
Let's go, baby.
so,
Huge changes.
yeah, we'll see how that goes. I mean, it's just, I got done with graduation parties and then right to work. And then
One day at a time, right?
today she had got home by the time I got home. Or else I was going to go there until we had to record. And then I didn't know
Yeah.
she had plans tonight, or else we would probably be going
Go
back.
over there.
'Cause we were there till like 9:45 yesterday, maybe 9, something like
Dang.
that.
That's a good time though. That's fun.
Yeah.
Good memories.
Yeah. So
There we
I
go.
actually cleaned some gutters for the first time.
Bang.
It's really easy. It's really
It's
easy.
not that hard.
Yeah. So if there's anybody this summer that wants their gutters cleaned in the Bennington and Minneapolis area, and you're listening,
Yeah.
or if you're listening and you don't need your gutters cleaned, tell somebody about me.
Or
and I'll
if you're
clean their
listening in
gutters.
Florida and you need your gutters clean, fly them out.
If you're willing to pay, I'll do it.
Sure.
On the
No problem.
weekends. The weekdays I might be busy, so
Okay. No worries. See what happens.
yeah. So
Fun. Keep us
other
updated.
than that, I don't think anything else is going on really. I mean, just getting that stuff ready for June,
That's a good weekend.
finishing up the end of the school year, and seeing where next year takes me.
There we go.
So we'll see how it
Ride
goes.
the waves. Ride
Yeah.
the waves.
Yep.
Sick.
I'm
Well,
gonna-
that was a good episode, huh?
I'm gonna give Penn an appearance real quick. She's laying down.
Oh, absolutely. Penny.
It's so girly.
Look at her. No, you don't have to be shy. It's okay.
She's tired. She's sleeping.
You don't have to be shy. Say hello.
She's sleepy. Look at her.
Look at that. She looks like a galdang horse.
Penny, are you a horse?
There, look at her. She's like, please tell him I'm not a horse. I'm
Okay.
not a horse.
Bye.
There it is. Hi,
Penny's
Penny.
a girl.
Oh, hey, sissies.
Girls.
Penny, round out the episode for us, if you would.
Penny, you got anything to say to the viewers? Oh, that blew.
Well, nothing.
She said, I'm trying to read her mind. I think she just said, I want to lay down, so I'm just going to lay her back down.
Good work, Penny. Yeah, good work. Way to work.
So,
Anyways, well,
with that, there's the episode.
thanks for getting on, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks for Titus
We'll
for
be-
sending in a voice memo.
Honestly,
I'm going to try to use that excuse soon.
OP voice memo. W voice memo.
I'd agree.
For real.
I'd agree. He sent it to me like just through messages, an audio message. I said, I'm not even listening to it. I'm going to save it
That's
until
legendary
the
stuff.
episode. So there it is. But, well, Bub, have a good evening.
You as
Good
well,
week.
sir.
Good day
Yep.
off tomorrow.
Yep.
I might have the day off if I send in my excuse,
Dude, you should.
if it works.
And let us know how that goes.
Exactly. Well, I hope you guys have a great week. Leave us a review if you'd like.
Yeah. Yep.
And
Hit us up on Instagram, all the
there you go.
socials. So,
All of it. See you next week.
yep. See you, dude.
Bye, dude. Peace.